my friends, to Mariella. Cheer up, my friends, we'll make you smile. Hit like and subscribe, please do this now. Let's have some fun while we talk and share. Enjoy our show, we'll have a great time. Yay! Welcome to the Mariella Show. Hello. Yes, today is DIY day. Today I am making a homemade ice pack. Nothing beats an ice pack when you have sore muscles. And Ella is going to be making something too. What are you making, Ella?
I'm going to be making the Wendy's Frosty.
Ooh, a good treat for the summer. I can't
definitely.
wait. All right, we'll see you in a minute. Hi, everybody. We are going to be making a DIY ice pack. These are very handy to have around the house, and they last a very long time. You can search the internet and find many different ways to make these, but the way I'm going to show you is probably the way we like the best. The recipe in what I'm going to show you will make the equivalent of 1 gallon Ziploc freezer bag. So let's get going. Okay, so here's the recipe. What we're going to need are water, of course. You're going to need 2 cups of water. So put your water in there. Then you're going to need cornstarch, 3/4 of a cup. Or you can use any type of starch, but we like corn. Anyways, the next thing you're going to need is salt. 1/2 cup of salt. And optional, to give it a nice color, you can use food coloring. I have blue, but you can pick any color you like, red, yellow, whatever color. But today we're going to do blue. And, of course, you're going to need the freezer bags. I like to use 2. So here you go. And then after that, you're going to need, of course, since we're going to be making this over the oven, you need a nice good saucepan, your whisk, your rubber spatula, and of course, the measuring cups. So let's go. Now for the next step. We have everything measured, and now let's begin. We're first going to start off with the water, with just 2 cups of water. So here we go. And we're going to put the oven probably like around 8, a higher temp, but not all the way full. We don't want it to become boiling yet. So right now we just want the water to get nice and warm. And then once it's warm, we'll do our next step. So I'll see you in a few seconds. As you can tell, the water is getting warm. So now we have to get our next ingredient. The salt. And with the salt, we need 1/2 cup. So here we go. I like to do a little at a time and stir. There we go. And we're going to keep mixing this up until it dissolves. And once it dissolves, we'll get back to you and we'll see you in a few seconds. As you can tell, the salt is now dissolved. So now let's get our next ingredient. But before we do so, I have to first put this on the cutting board, because if it becomes too hot, it's going to become lumpy, and we do not want lumps in here. So let's get our flour now. Okay, we have 3/4 of a cup, and we're going to just put it right into the water and start mixing. And we just start mixing. All right. And now we're going to put it back on the stove. And we're going to wait for it to become nice and thick. So let's do 2 or 3 drops. I'd probably put more, but that's okay. I'm going to mix that in. And now I'm going to just keep stirring until it becomes nice and thick. It's going to be something like a glob, as you can say. So we keep stirring, stirring, stirring. See, it's starting to get thick now. I'm going to keep going. This is the most crucial part because you don't want those lumps. So keep mixing, mixing, mixing. And you got to turn the heat down now. And now we're going to put it right on here. I'm going to keep mixing. And once it becomes a nice consistency, we're going to have to let this sit on the side for a while and let it cool down. And then we'll do our next step. Now we are back because everything's nice and cool now. So now we're going to put everything in the bags. I forgot to mention this earlier, but you should get like a bowl and you put one of the Ziploc bags in it and just fold it over so it's easier to put all the substance here in the bag. And you're also going to need a rolling pin. So let's go. Now we're going to put everything in here. And you can see the consistency now. Look at it. There you go. So I'm going to just put everything in the bag. There we go. I think we just about got everything. All right, there we go. So now since everything is in the bag, ugh, yucky, we're going to take it right out of here. Roll this back again, and we're going to just lay everything on here. But in doing so, we want to make sure all the air leaves the bag. So right now I'm going to just use my hands. And now I'm going to use the rolling pin. So here we go. Okay, so in doing this, now we have to just make sure all the air is out. So now since all the air is out, now we put the Ziplocs in place. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fold this over and we're going to get our next Ziploc bag. I'm going to put this right in here. So again, I want to make sure all the air is out. So I'll just roll this one more time. Okay. And we're going to, again, shut the Ziploc tab. I think that looks pretty good. Again, I just wanted to stress and tell everybody that when I was making this is a very fast process once you're on the stove. So yes, the beginning I had it at a higher temp so the salt can dissolve. But while the salt is dissolving, you lower the temp to a very low temperature. Because if it's on a too high of a temperature, you're going to get all the lumps. And it's just not, it's not as good. So again, it's always best to cook it at a lower temp. Or, like I did, you just take it right off it and put it on the cutting board and you just do the mixing of the flour like I just did earlier. And we'll see you in our next segment.
Hi everyone, so I am making Wendy's Frosty recipe. And so you will need, I already have the frozen cubes, but for the cubes, you need to have 2 cups of chocolate milk, good chocolate milk, half a cup of Cool Whip, and 1 1/4 cup sweetened condensed milk. And then splash of milk while blending, and you can add more chocolate syrup if that's your personal preference, if you want it nice and sweet. Okay, so know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take, and then what we already did, we poured the chocolate milk into an ice cube mold and we froze it. So now I got the frozen cubes, and I'm going to transfer these into this big, huge blender. There we go. This is one tasty Frosty. Okay, we got the cubes, chocolate cubes in there, and now we need to add 1/2 cup of Cool Whip. We're going to add that nice, ooh, this looks yummy. That's 1/2 cup, as you can see, Cool Whip. Okay. 1/4 cup of, I already have it, 1/4 cup of sweetened condensed milk right here. So I'm going to pour it right in. Okay, make sure we get all the drops out of this little cup. And a splash of milk while blending. So we'll just get a little splash of milk. Little splash, just a tiny bit. Yes, that should be enough. Okay, so now, and of course you can add more chocolate, but I'm not really big on chocolate, so this is good enough for me. But if you like it nice and chocolatey, then by all means add more if it's your personal preference. And now, so that's everything. And now, I'm going to put the top part on right here. And Merri, may you, this is your blender, can you show me how to do it? Is it locked? Okay, Merri's helping out over here. Okay. Okay, so it's all blended and it looks really, really tasty. Let me pour it in here. Okay. Oh, I think I need a spatula to get this Frosty into this glass over here. Woo! I think I need a smaller spatula, but that's okay. I'll just want it. Okay. I'll taste it and let you know how it tastes. Ooh, look at this. Wendy's chocolate Frosty. Mmm. Yummy yum. One more time. So what you need 2 cups of good chocolate milk, and then you freeze it just like we did. You freeze it in your ice cube mold, and then when it's all frozen, you do what I did. You take the cubes out of here, and you transfer them into your blender, and then you add 1/2 cup of Cool Whip and 1/4 cup of sweetened condensed milk, and that's all you do, and a little splash of milk like I did. And if it's this is not too sweet, this is perfect for my taste. But if you like it nice and sweet, then you want to put a little bit more chocolate syrup. Okay, everyone, enjoy. This is going to cool me off. We had a 5-day heat wave. Today, finally the heat broke, but I can use one of these. Yummy.